Hey guys, so I went to go see Sex Tape this week. Now, Sex Tape is, of course, the movie starring Jason Segel and Cameron Diaz as a married couple who decide to spice up their sex life by doing it in every position out of that old book, The Joy of Sex. Now, the trailers have made it look just like every other R-rated comedy that we've seen here lately. It has all the same elements as every other R-rated comedy. It's got a man versus dog fight, it's got a few cameos, it's got booze and sex and drugs, and it's got a foul-mouthed kid. But Jake Kasdan is a director whose stuff I normally kind of like Orange County going way back. I loved Orange County. I actually really liked Walk Hard. It was ridiculous and pretty rad. And his TV stuff here lately, New Girl and Ben and Kate, were some of my favorite sitcoms of the past couple of years. So I didn't go in thinking this was going to be the funniest movie in the world, but I was kind of holding out some hope that Kasdan would sort of hit that kind of indie, funny, sweet spot that he can hit. And I was kind of right. In spite of all of the paint-by-numbers kind of comedy elements that are in there, Kasdan does actually get a few of them to land. So there are some laughs from time to time, but there's certainly nothing to write home about. There are also some pretty weird logic issues with the plot of the film. Now, this is not a spoiler because the trailers show you that Rob Lowe ends up with one of the sex tape-laden iPads from Cameron Diaz and Jason Segel's characters, but they don't know where he lives so that they can go and get it back. Then, Ellie Kemper's character, out of nowhere, says, "I think my sister's his florist, she probably knows where he lives," and then boom, they're at his house. There's no context to that whatsoever. Ellie Kemper's sister's character lives completely in that one sentence. She's just this non sequitur way to get to Rob Lowe's house, and it just feels like they did it to keep the page count down. The other interesting thing about this movie is that it kind of reminded me of Neighbors. Neighbors had this, oh man, we used to be young, but now we're old people, when did that happen kind of vibe to it. And Sex Tape is doing the same thing. Like, we used to be young, we had sex all the time, and now, you know, we're married and we've got a couple kids and we never have sex anymore, and we're old people, and when did that happen? But where Neighbors succeeded by exploring the whole lifestyle of being young and in college and being cool, this fails because it just looks at their sex life. And of course they learn broader lessons about life and all that by the end of the movie, but I just didn't care. It was a funny at times, kind of seen it before type of comedy. It's not as bad as you think, but it's not that much better either. So go check out Sex Tape this weekend. Come back, let me know what you thought about it in the comments below. Come back next time for more movie news on CineFix Now. This was actually a really difficult Google image search here at the office. Oh man, I searched Sex Tape. I did a Google image search for Sex Tape.
Yeah.
And I was expecting this to come up, like, within the first couple pages, but no, man. Just boobs and fists and mouths and all kinds of stuff.